Last week, I reflected on the favorite stories that I experienced in 2021. This week, I want to talk about the stories that are coming out in 2022 that I am most excited about. These are going to be the different stories that I expect to be released this year that I'm really stoked to experience one way or another. We don't have release dates for all of them, but we do expect them all to be coming out in 2022. And the first one that I'm excited about is The Lord of Demons by Evan Winter, which is the third book in the Burning Saga.
Just a quick note here. I just saw a tweet from Evan Winter that he put out about a week or two ago at the time of me editing this video that it will not be coming out in 2022. He will actually be releasing the book later. He just wasn't able to finish it in time for a release this year, which is perfectly fine. We should be giving writers all the time that they need in order to finish their books and do the best that they can. But it is a bit disappointing that I won't get to read the next book in the Burning Quartet this year.
This is a book that I am really stoked for. If you didn't already know, my favorite book that I read last year was The Fires of Vengeance, which is the second book in the Burning Saga. I really enjoyed it. I love the story, and the story that is set up in book 2 is sure to be absolutely exhilarating when it plays out in book 3 and somewhat in book 4 as well. Although I feel like we're really going to explore a lot more of the story in the third book because so much was set up, and the cliffhanger that we were left on at the end of book 2 was so, oh man, there are so many cool implications.
Now, you've said that word implication a couple of times. What implications?
For what is going to come next, and I cannot wait to see what happens with the story that Evan Winter is playing out here. The Lord of Demons, definitely a story that I'm excited about. Now, I have heard or read somewhere that it is going to come out this month, January 2022. At the time of this filming and of me writing the post, that is not the case. At the time of me filming this video, no official announcement has been made that I can find, although I've seen mentioned all over the place January 2022, but I haven't seen any official announcements. It's definitely not available for pre-order that I can find, but maybe by the time this video comes out, it will finally be announced officially or released, and I will definitely be one of the people who is first in line to get his hands on that book. But I think that we'll probably be seeing The Lord of Demons hit shelves a little bit later in 2022 due to the lack of buzz around the book so far. And now a movie that I'm excited about in 2022, and this may come as a bit of a surprise, but the movie that I'm most excited about for 2022 is actually The Northman. As I have said so many times so far on this channel, I love revenge stories, and this looks like a great one. It looks like a very well told Viking revenge story, and I've also recently been getting into some Norse mythology and really enjoying that and some of the lore that is present there, so I'm excited to see how this one plays out.
You must choose between kindness for your kin or hate for your enemies.
Your strength breaks men's bones. I have the cunning to break their minds.
And night by night, we will carry out my pledge of vengeance.
But not only does this sound like the premise of a story that is going to thrill me and that I'm going to love and enjoy, but the actual cast and the director and the writer, it all sounds like an epic conglomeration of things that are going to result in an amazing story and wonderful film, and I'm really stoked for it. This is the same director who created The Lighthouse, which if you haven't watched it, I would definitely suggest that you check out. It was really well done, very fascinating, not like the stuff that I normally watch, but I'm really curious to see how this director approaches the story of the Northman in light of what I experienced with The Lighthouse. Now, I don't know that I've seen any of his other movies. I may have, I'd have to check the list, but I know that I've seen The Lighthouse, and the contrast between what I know of The Lighthouse and what I have seen in trailers for the Northman, it looks like a very different sort of movie in terms of the actual visual style and cinematography. So I'm curious about how the storytelling is going to play out, and I am excited to see this movie in theaters. It's supposed to come out in April, and if it is interesting enough and something that I really want to talk about, I may even do a review for it after I've seen it. This next one is a game and should come as no surprise. The game that I am most excited about in 2022 is Elden Ring. The Dark Souls franchise is one of my favorite series of games. I have played through every single one numerous times, mainly 1 and 3. I've played through Dark Souls 2 a couple of times, but it just doesn't really hold a candle to the other one. Dark Souls 3 especially is one of my favorite games of all time, and I'm actually in the middle of yet another playthrough just in anticipation of Elden Ring's release. I am so excited for this game and have been for ages. I've had it pre-ordered for as long as I can remember, and I am so stoked to finally get to play this game. I actually took some time off of work to sit down and play this. It's a Dark Souls game that is in an even bigger world and that has even more content than what we got in any of the previous games, and I'm so excited for it. Really looking forward to what we're able to do here from the trailers and the gameplay footage and from the reviews from players that I like who got to experience the game during some of its testing. My expectations are very high for this game, and I hope that it at least meets them, because even if it just meets my expectations, it is going to be a 5-star game for sure. So I will be playing that in February, taking some time off of work so I can focus just on playing the game. I am so excited for that week or two that I will be focused on Elden Ring. And next we have TV shows. There aren't a lot of TV shows coming out this year that I'm really excited about, at least that we have confirmed that are coming out. And in fact, there are so few of them coming out that I'm excited for that I kind of had to go off of one that is hinted at coming out in 2022, and that is going to be Westworld.
So I wanted to interject here just really quickly. Between when I wrote and filmed this and when I am now sitting down to edit it so that I can post it, we did get a release date confirmation for The Boys Season 3, which I will say I am way more excited for than Westworld. Just going to put that out there. We do have a release date for that. It's coming out in June, and I am very excited to see the new season. I've been waiting for it for a while, but wasn't sure we were going to get it this year, so I didn't include it here. But yeah, I'm way more excited for that than Westworld, but I'll continue on with the actual video.
Yeah, we haven't really gotten an official release date, but there was a clip from Westworld showcased in HBO's 2022 sizzle reel, which leads me to believe that we will be getting the new season this year, although I'm not certain on that. So maybe I'm just going to be excited for all of 2022 and then some of 2023 before we finally get Westworld Season 4. But hopefully we get it this year, and whenever we do, I'll definitely be watching it. I have really enjoyed the Westworld series, although seasons 2 and 3 I did not like quite as much as I enjoyed the first season. But the world that we got to experience in season 3 was awesome, and I really want to see more of that. I also just want to see more of Aaron Paul, because his performance, like all of his performances, was just stunning. He did a wonderful job as the sort of everyman kind of character in season 3, and I cannot wait to see what his character does in season 4. So Westworld Season 4, theoretically we're getting it in 2022. Hopefully we are. If not, there really aren't any other shows I can think of that I believe are coming out in 2022 that I am excited to see.
The Boys. The Boys is coming out in 2022, and I'm pretty excited to see that. So yeah, The Boys.
I might be missing one, but I just couldn't think of anything other than this that I am stoked to see this year.
The Boys.
And there you have it, 4 of the stories that are coming out in 2022 that I am most excited about. In particular, out of all these, I'd say that I am most excited for Elden Ring, but that's probably because I know exactly when it's coming out, and that period of time is really coming up on us, and I just cannot wait to sit down and play this game. Oh man, I am so ready to play Elden Ring at last. I mean, I took time off. I used some of my PTO to play this game. That alone should tell you just how excited I am to get my hands on Elden Ring and start playing it. There are of course other stories that I'm really interested in experiencing this year, but these were just the top 4, the ones that most have my attention and that I'm really looking forward to, and that I know I'm going to be experiencing as soon as I possibly can. I will be getting tickets to see The Northman as soon as they're available. I will be watching Westworld as soon as it pops up on HBO. I will be reading The Lord of Demons as soon as it arrives on my doorstep, and I will be buying it as soon as it is available to purchase. And then of course Elden Ring I am more than ready for. But of course there are going to be other stories that are coming out this year, and I may have even missed some. If there's a story that I should be excited about or that you are excited about, I would love to hear about that. So feel free to drop a comment, and while you're down there you can also subscribe to my channel, which definitely helps me out as I try to grow from here. Thank you so much for taking the time to check out this video. If you would like to see another one, you can click right here. And until next time, bye.